Hello there everybody and welcome to week 12 of Totem Tuesday. I can't believe we're already so far in the year and yeah, looking out the window we're in second winter. It's just after the spring equinox and it's about 0 degrees out there. Nice. So I hope it's nicer everywhere you are in the world. Yes, so this week's Totem Tuesday is going to be about the peacock. Hence my little headpiece, this little thing that I threw on. This is an interesting route to go to looking at the peacock because I was thinking the other day, what to do with Totem Tuesday this week, and had a friend around and said, okay, well, let's pick a card, pick an animal card, and I was like, oh, brilliant idea. So I picked an animal card and the peacock came up. And I just thought, that's interesting. And then I also thought that I'd made this headpiece over the weekend for my belly dancing, and I'd kind of just got the red and the black and the roses and the feathers on it, and I just sort of saw this peacock, and I think when I put it on I just felt that made the headpiece complete. So that was a animal that had come into my life during the week in a kind of a random sidewind away, because I'd kind of put that there and thought that looks for a homemade headpiece, that's kind of finished it off. And then I just started setting up today to start filming. I just refound that it's a Peacock Stamp, and I think I found it the other day and I just put it up on the side, so it actually has been staring at me all week as well. It's a little wood carved stamp. So peacocks have been around this week in a roundabout kind of way. I thought, this is my tattoo here is of a phoenix, but it's a traditional phoenix which looks a lot like a peacock. But we'll come back to that in just a second, because peacocks and phoenixes have a myth that crosses over quite well. So starting with the peacock and the peahen, we do not want to miss out the beautiful peahen. They do get left out sometimes, don't they? It's always the peacock and the peahen. It's an interesting totem. It's another one of those ones where you find double-ended myths about them. You've got protection. Basically, I've been looking through myths and folklore. 99.99999. Well, in fact, all of them that I have found have been positive. They've been protective. They've been linked to nobility, integrity, beautiful energy. But we've all been brought up being told, well, I have heard a lot when I've been brought up, that peacocks are bad luck, and having peacock feathers in the house is bad luck. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but I tried to research it, and the only reasons that I got for it were pretty higgledy-piggledy, because peacocks span all spiritualities, Christianity included, Greek, Roman, Hindu, as being a bird of good luck and of resurrection. But maybe because of the links to death and resurrection, and also the links to the evil eye, even though this is protecting against any negativity, there could have been a crossover where and that kind of superstition was linked together and it just became bad luck, or having that kind of superstition became bad luck. So I don't know, I did read an interesting thing. I don't really believe it, but I liked it anyway, so I'll say it, that it was to prevent people killing and eating peacocks, because apparently they're quite tasty. As a vegetarian, I will not know that, but I like the idea that people said, it's bad luck because it would protect them from being eaten. So I like that. But lots of different reasons, but it was all very higgledy-piggledy and nothing seemed to be really solid, because there's a wealth of myth and folklore which is really, really positive, which we'll be going into today. William Blake said, "The pride of the peacock is the glory of God." And again, that has that double-edged sword, because pride is seen as a sin in a lot of sort of Christian speaking, but it's also, the peacock is beloved of God. So maybe the pride thing took a bit of a negative connotation at one point, and that became bad luck. But the pride of the peacock is the glory of God, and that seems to be the case with spiritualities and religions across the globe. A few keynotes that I've found that go with peacock is resurrection, which we'll come back to in a second. Wise vision and watching. Obviously, when the peacock fans the feathers, there's all these eyes looking at you, and that's, well, not really, but eyes on the feathers. looking at you. So that idea of being watchful and wise and having all that vision is a real key aspect of the peacock. Integrity, showing your true colours. Won't start singing, but I like that. You know, the peacock's not afraid to be beautiful and to go, hey, check me out. So showing your true colours and being true to yourself is a real good medicine that goes with the peacock totem. Nobility, because peacocks are linked with gods and kings and royalty throughout the world. Holiness, guidance, protection. Again, you've got the eyes that are protecting you against evil. Glory, because they're glorious. Vision, royalty, and you've got, what did I write there? I don't even know what that says. My writing is sometimes quite illegible. We'll come back. Oh, it says spirituality. It says something about, it's been quite different in my mind. Spirituality, awakening, immortality. We'll come back to that in a second because I find that quite interesting. Refinement and incorruptibility. And the incorruptibility comes from the myth of the peacock's flesh not what the right polite word is here. Putrefying, I guess that is not polite, but it's the word. So there was a story that the flesh of the peacock was thought not to putrefy. And there's links to peacock, lots of goddesses and gods all over the world. You've got the Greek goddess Hera. The peacock was her favourite animal. And also that passed on to the Roman goddess Juno as well, which was the Roman version of Hera. And when her beloved, well, her kind of protector and hero Argus, not the shopping centre, not the shopping catalogue, Argus, was killed because he fell asleep when he was meant to be looking after Hera and he got killed. But apparently she created a peacock from him and used his 100 eyes to fill the feathers. So that's the link there. The tail feathers symbolise the heavens and the stars as well. In Egypt, the peacock was sacred also. Sacred particularly because it was only second to the ibis for being a bird that would destroy snakes. But yeah, don't listen, snakey, don't listen. But yeah, to kill poisonous snakes. And also in Egypt, the peacock is linked to the solar god Amun-Ra as well. So there's, again, the god link there from Egypt, the solar link there also. In Christianity, the peacock is linked to the resurrection of Christ. Not quite sure where peacocks came into the resurrection story, but I'm curious to find out. But I like it. I like the fact that this bird has symbolically spanned so many different spiritual tales, and it's kind of had this beautiful imagery of nobility and of protection, of guidance throughout the world, no matter what. You know, you can say it's bad luck, but it feels a very strange thing to say because there's so many wonderful things that you can find out about the peacock in so many ways. And I think I like the Chinese myth about the peacock. What was it? That it was, yes, that the Chinese myth linked the peacock myth, the peacock folklore to the phoenix very, very strongly. So in a way, the phoenix being a mythical bird, the peacock is the living version of the phoenix that brings similar qualities. We often think of phoenixes as sort of firebirds because they're sacrificed in the flames and then are reborn from the ashes. But if you look at my tattoo again, what we did do in my tattoo was we made it pretty... we stuck to the original colours because often you see phoenixes and they're made of fire, but that wasn't the original colours of the phoenix. So you can see from the tail feathers there, very similar to the peacock. So the sense of coming back from the dead, resurrection, transformation, the peacock is a living bird that kind of works with those links. And as I was saying, in Chinese myth, the peacock plumage is a blending of 5 colours that have a beautiful and sacred harmony, which is a really nice thing to think of. And feathers are used, as you can see, you've seen in the shops, the peacock feathers are used for many different things. They're used for ritual, you often see when people are smudging incense, they use a group of peacock feathers to do this. They're used for ritual and to special goddesses and gods. You would have a peacock feather maybe on your altar. And they're also used for decoration because they are beautiful and they show you the beauty in life. I also, there's, I mean, most spiritualities, as I said in myths, have peacock stories, but I did read a story which made me smile, and that was that, yeah, peacock was so beautiful, but boy, peacock has ugly feet. And I had to Google it, and I was like, yes, peacocks really do have ugly feet. And apparently, because another aspect of the peacock is its raucous and eerie, loud cry, which can be quite spooky or can sound like laughing or screaming. And apparently that every time the peacock looks at their feet, they scream and cry, no! So I quite like that. And there's another story I read that the peacock was so beautiful, but no one even thought about it as being beautiful. They just took it for granted. But when God gave the peacock ugly feet, then people saw, in comparison, it stood out more. They saw how much more beautiful the peacock was. Maybe the comparison between the ugly of the feet to the beauty of the plumage, the kind of the both aspects there. But people working with peacock energy should look at feet and not look at feet. That's a bit strange. But should consider how their feet are linked to their spirituality, their survival, their structure, their grounding. Maybe reflexology could be something they're interested in. But the symbology and then of the foot is something that we can work with peacock energy. But I quite like the idea that it's cool. Is it screaming, no, my feet? But I also, the eerie call does sound a little bit like a laugh as well, as a reminder to those who are working with peacock as their totem to laugh at life and not to take things so seriously, and that even the most beautiful creatures can have an amazing sense of humour. So the outstanding features, as we just mentioned, of the peacock are the beautiful feathers, and the colours of the feathers have been recorded all throughout the world to strike awe into the hearts of people and also to remind them of royalty and nobility. In Hindu society, in Hindu culture and in Hindu religion, the peacock is associated with Indra, who's the god of thunder, and Indra transformed into a peacock to escape from the demon Ravana, and therefore giving Indra the 100 eyes, the watchfulness. So the helpful nature of the peacock to help escape problems as well. Also, you have the couple of beautiful goddesses here. You've got Lakshmi, and her animal that you often see her with is a peacock in depictions, and she is a deity of benevolence, of patience, of compassion, of kindness and good luck. So that's another one where you see the peacock being a good luck symbol. And also Kuan Yin, an Oriental goddess and an Eastern goddess, and she represents many similar things to Lakshmi, compassion and watchfulness, and with the peacock around her, she's the emblem of love. Watchfulness comes in there as well. So you've got beautiful qualities, love, compassion and positivity that are linked with the peacock. And in Babylon and Persia, the peacock is seen as a guardian, so another protective link there of royalty, and engravings of peacocks have been found in temples and in royal palaces. And I remember when I was in Sri Lanka, you can see sculptures and statues of the gods being transported on peacocks. So I've always thought of peacocks as being the messengers and the transport of the gods and the goddesses, their link between the spirit world and the human world. So that's my addition to what I've read in the books as well, that they're the chariot of the gods, and they're the beautiful and grand and regal, wow, when you're in the presence of a peacock, you're in the presence of divinity, nobility and royalty. Because of the phoenix link that we spoke of earlier, and the rejuvenation and the resurrection, people who are working with the totem of peacock can look at past life links. Maybe that's something they're interested in, looking at researching their own past life. But what I would also like to say is that with this beautiful energy of vibrancy and rejuvenation, that working with a peacock, if you're just feeling a little bit dull and you're not feeling like you're not standing out from the crowd, or you're just wanting to be able to be the person you feel you could be, working with peacock as a totem can help you shine, can help you be vibrant and to take pride in yourself and pride in how you're appearing, can help bring nobility, confidence and a nice sense of pride, not kind of overwhelming, you know, embarrassing kind of pride, but just a beautiful pride in your work and what you're doing. And you know, even if peacock's not your totem, but you feel you need that, you would like that rejuvenating fresh start, or you would like that beautiful energy in your life, then working with peacock can help bring that vibrant and beautiful energy into your life. And the peahen as well, who's also beautiful, a beautiful peahen, not as ostentatious or as bright as the peacock, but still beautiful, and brings the energy of guardianship as well, of nurturing, beauty and strength. So for me and my little peacock stamp here and my little feather, thank you for watching this video. Again, if you know any peacock folklore or myth, or any reasons on the good and bad looks, well, we know the good look, but more the bad look really I was curious about, then of course, as always, I really love reading your comments. I really love hearing from you guys and girls and seeing what your thoughts are and your stories about your totem animal connections as well. You know, it's all down here. Liking and commenting and subscribing and all that jazz, and sharing with any friends that you feel might be interested. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care.